Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. And through this channel, I'll be providing some stock analysis and also an update on our $1 million challenge, so please stay tuned. In the previous video, we did a stock analysis on ticker symbol XXII. There was also some huge breaking news with regard to an FDA approval, which was the first of its kind, so please refer back to the previous video for analysis of ticker symbol XXII, and there is going to be a huge catalyst going forward into 2022 in the first quarter. So details in the previous video. Before we start today's stock analysis, quick reminder of the $1 million challenge. So this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is to try to achieve 201 trades, each with a return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades. We do take into account losses. Once you join us on the challenge, you'll get access to an exclusive in-depth strategy video which explains the process step by step. You'll also be able to be part of our Discord community, which is growing and well in excess of 300 now, sharing due diligence, trading tips, research, buy alerts, etc. In the Discord area, you'll be able to read our agreement, FAQs, you can chat and ask questions, and also get access to our stock spreadsheet. So the spreadsheet is updated weekly with low and medium risk stocks designed to get you the 3.5% return for the challenge. It's using Google for Live Finance formula with color coordinated buy or risky buy signals. We also have a leaderboard to celebrate success. This is also tremendously successful right now. You will be able to get access to this, and this is something that is used for motivational purposes. So if you join us through the link below, you'll be able to get a refund on your second month's payment, which will be taken on the 1st of January, so no need to delay. Details in the description below. In today's video, I'm going to be looking at two prominent EV stocks and also comparing them in terms of, from an investor's point of view, which one could give the greatest potential return. So before we do that, I'd like to do a quick update on ticker symbol MMAT Metamaterials, and in today's video, one thing I'd like to address is the question with regard to why is there a lot of negativity. So in the previous video, one of the things I did do is I did ask 5 very difficult questions for George, so please refer back to the previous video where I identified 5 questions which I think George should have looked at. So let's have a look at right now what I think the key concerns are from an investor point of view. One thing that I have observed, and that is a lot of disagreement between investors, a lot of disunity, and this is certainly unfortunate, and I think people have been losing faith in the company. I also think this is understandable. The two key concerns, first of all, that I want to look at is, first of all, in terms of the dividend, how that has played out and how that has been handled. Certainly with regard to MMTLP, nobody expected this to be tradable. The second concern that a lot of people have is with regard to the split, and that was also something that was very last minute. And I think the biggest concern for most investors is certainly the share price and the chart. So let's focus on the biggest area of concern, which is the chart and the share price. So this chart is just for 1 month, going back to the period prior to December 2021. We can see around that time the stock was trading around the $4 mark. And then since then, it has come down very significantly. And right now it's trading at $2.56, which is a very serious concern. And right now at time of editing, down in excess of 5% at $2.56. The volume is also very low compared to the average volume, just in excess of 3.8 million, where in terms of the average volume is just in excess of 9.4 million. The RSI is also touching close to 30, so certainly not a good situation with regard to the stock. In terms of investors, we are looking for a rebound. We are looking for a strong recovery. I think the key thing that has been missing from the company point of view is a lack of news with regard to catalyst, and specifically a lack of news with regard to solid contracts. Let's now move over to look at the latest information with regard to activity from George. And on the screen here, you'll be able to see that George has tweeted just recently. And this is again another cryptic tweet. So let's have a look at the details of this tweet, and I've highlighted in red something significant which I think we can delve a little bit deeper into. So in terms of George, what he said here is, I heard there are so many roaches in New York City that when they approach a roach motel, and then that's the term I want to just focus on shortly, they get turned away. All I know is there's no better place for a New Year celebration. So it looks like he may be referring to Kerrisdale Capital, which is the hedge fund, and they are also alleged to be shorting Metamaterials. And this is a tweet that they tweeted on the January the 20th 2021, and at that time they were shorting Plug. And what they said here, Plug isn't a way to bet on the overhyped hydrogen economy. Is just a Wall Street bets roach motel. So that's the key term, and that's the term that George has also stated in his current tweet. So what are the implications of this term? I'd like to now give a shout out to Here to Drop Knowledge on Twitter, who's posted some research with regard to this term, and just highlighted in yellow there, he's stated in terms of roach motel, this is also can be known as a roach trap. So this contains a special lure that attracts roaches into the trap. Once inside, they become stuck in a powerful glue and die. So is this a reference to shorts? Possibly, potentially, we'll have to see. So obviously it's another cryptic tweet, we're reading into it again, and it's also speculation again. And finally, going into 2022, I think many investors will now be relying on good news with regard to the dividend. In terms of recent good news, oil prices are up again, so potentially if there is a sale, that should be positive. So fingers crossed for a positive dividend going into 2022. What I'd now like to do is make a prediction for 2022, and this is with regard to potential investments in two prominent EV stocks. The first stock is Ford, ticker symbol F, and the second stock is Tesla, ticker symbol TSLA. So if you were to make a potential investment in these stocks for 2022, which one do you think would give the maximum return? Let's start by having a look at the 1-year chart for Tesla. So on the screen here, we can see approximately 12 months ago, the stock was trading around about the $600 mark. And then around about February to March, they did go up quite significantly to close to $900. And then from March 2021, it did come down quite significantly. At one point, it went below $600, very, very close to $550. And then from March to a period up to around about October, there wasn't any significant movement up. However, from October, we did see a gradual movement up. From October, it did go up quite significantly. And then in November, we can see it did reach a peak in excess of $1,200. And again, since November, we have seen a little bit of volatility. And recently, we did see the stock come below $900. And again, right now, recently, we've seen a good recovery in Tesla to where it's gone in excess of $1,000 again. In terms of the market cap, this is huge. It's in excess of $1 trillion. In terms of the 1-year change, in terms of the chart, if you were to invest it in this stock 1 year ago, it would have given you a 64% return. So certainly very, very positive. Let's now have a look at the chart for Ford, ticker symbol F, and approximately 1 year ago, this was trading just in excess of $8. And towards the end of January 2021, it did go up quite significantly, and at one point it went very, very close to $12. So positive movement there approximately 12 years ago. Then there was a little bit of a sell-off where it came again close to $10. And then around about June 2021, it was stable again around about $10 mark, but from June onwards we can see a very significant spike up, and at one point it reached a price of around about $16. So from June all the way up to October 2021, there wasn't significant movement up. It did generally trend down, going from around about $16 to close to $12 as well. And then October 2021, this is a period where we can see significant growth. And towards the end of November, we can see the stock has breached $20, reaching at one point very, very close to $21. And right now, at time of editing, we can see it's approximately $20.72. But what's important in terms of comparing this with Tesla, if we have a look at the market cap here is approximately $82 billion. So certainly way smaller compared to Tesla, which has a market cap of $1 trillion. And we can also see what's significant from a potential investment point of view. If you were to invest it in Ford approximately 1 year ago, this would have given you a return of in excess of 132%. So overall, comparing Tesla return of just in excess of 64% with Ford 132%, what are the potential outcomes going forward into 2022? What I'd now like to do is finish off by making predictions for both stocks. In terms of Tesla, I do expect Tesla to hit a price of at least $1,700 12 months from now. However, with regards to Ford, I do expect Ford to hit potentially $50 12 months from now. So which stock is a potential better investment for the long term? So in my opinion, I think the greater value it would certainly be with Ford, and I think the upside potential is huge. They have got tremendous plans for the EV sector. However, both stocks are good long-term holds. So in conclusion, I think that Ford compared to Tesla will be a better long-term investment. And finally, if you'd like to join us in our Discord community where we do talk about stocks every day, details are in the description below. So if you join today or over the next couple of days, your second payment will be refunded, as payments are always taken on the first. So no reason to delay. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.